Happens now.
So I'm about to issue some notices to appear for court in lieu of making a physical arrest and taking you to jail because I don't want to do that. All right? But you can't drive this car. If she has a valid license, she's the one that needs to take it. Perfect. She'll take over for you. But you're going to have a court date that you're going to have to appear for, okay? The court date is going to get mailed to you. You're going to have a court date for driving with suspension and for your speed for doing 96 and a 50. I'm going to need a couple of things from you. First is going to be a signature at the bottom of both these citations next to the blue X. It's not admission to guilt. Simply saying you're aware you're going to receive a court date in the mail and you promise to appear for it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and crumple these up. I'm going to go print out a new copy. If you don't appropriately sign the citations, ma'am, I will be forced to make a physical arrest, okay? So I'm going to give you one more opportunity to comply.
You physically saw me sign those, correct? And that counts
that
as a
wasn't-
signature, correct?
No, that's not a signature.
All right.
Right?
Anything
What do
from pen to paper, if you physically see me sign, that is my signature. It does not have to be legible.
Okay.
You don't even allow my wife to get out with me. You're like, are you kidding me?
All right, ma'am. So again, your signature is as it appears on your driver's license. This is not admission to guilt. This is simply an acknowledgement that you're aware you're going to receive a court date in the mail.
Like years ago.
So simply just need your compliance.
Do you want to see my actual signature?
All right, go ahead and turn around, place your hands behind your back for me.
I am not, please, baby!
Stay there. Stay there. Stop. Stop. Tango 16, I'm 1015. Gotta get a cage cruiser.
Tell them to step it up.
Yeah, 10-4, I need a cage cruiser if they can expedite. I won't be uncooperative.
Please, please, please!
Welcome back, my PBM family. Welcome to the episode of Old School Cops. I got my partner, my boy, my co-host Shane riding shotgun. You keep sending videos, and we gonna keep giving them assessments. So listen, this is real basic. This is real simple, right? We always tell you about officers getting their feelings, and they shouldn't. It's a job. They should hold up. They should be held to a high expectation because the job that they do, right? The profession that they chose to pursue. You got to act and perform and live above standards. My boy Sergeant Shane can pretty much support that, right? You understand how it feels, or the training when it comes down to how an officer should act and perform off duty, on duty. You're drilled so much in training in the academy about living and performing above standards, and that means not getting into your feelings. We see officers do that. Is it right? No, it's wrong. But at the same time, as we zero in on officers getting in their feelings, now we got to let you guys know as civilians, there's no expectation for you, right? You don't have to live and perform above standards. But understand something, right? It comes with a risk of an officer using all his options available. And what I mean by that, if you're wrong, right, and this officer appears to be giving this female a break and not taking her to jail because he has discretion on this particular type of offense, driving on a suspended license. You can either write someone a summons or you can either take them to jail, right? Now, if the officer is telling you, I'm going to give you a summons, you should be humble enough to say, okay, I'll take the summons and then deal with it in court, right? As you see, this female, she got a little tight. She was doing 90, what, in the 50? It was some crazy amount.
90 and a 50.
Yeah, that's crazy amount. You're dead wrong. Why someone would be dead wrong and not being humble? It should be like, I appreciate you not taking me to jail. I'm wrong. Okay, what do you need? Oh, you giving me a ticket? All right, thanks a lot. I appreciate you giving me a break, because that's what it was. It was a break. She got a ticket instead of going to jail. Signed the summons. After she did a little mark with the summons, you can see where the frustration started setting in. He was like, look, I need your signature need to represent what's on your driver's license. Is she really want to stand on that? She's really, that is, I don't have to. I could put an X. You really want to stand on that in the situation you're in? It does not make any sense to me. Yes, I can't dictate your signature. You 100% right. Right? You could scribble whatever you want and say that's your signature. There's really nothing that I've ever been told, right, where a person has to sign a certain way, right? I just never been told. I've never been told that. I've never been trained that. As long as it looks close to what the driver's license on the signature on the driver's license. As long as it looks close to that, she's good to go. But she was already in her feelings. She did the X, and then she did something else the second time around. And he said, you know what? I'm locking her up. He locked her up, and she's crying and all that. Yo, she talked herself into an arrest, which absolutely made no sense to me at all. If you violated a law, right, that the officer has the option to give you a ticket or go to jail, take the ticket, go to court. What are you doing out there? You trying to stand on, that's my signature? Use your head, people. Use your head. It's just not making any sense to me. You're wrong. Humble it down, because a lot of times that arrest, right, according to the officer, and Shane, you're the sergeant, tell me if I'm wrong, right? Taking somebody to jail is a lot more paperwork.
Oh
Right?
my God.
Processing
Yes.
somebody into lockup than issuing them a summons. A summons is not a lot of paperwork, but the officer only gets the credit for that particular same arrest. Why would he want to take you to jail? He doesn't get any more credit for that. His stats is not greater because he took you to jail. The stats is exactly the same. It's going to show he had one misdemeanor arrest, which he could have released you on a summons, or less paperwork, or he could have took you to jail and did more paperwork. Officers don't like paperwork. 100% no, not. I didn't like it. It just came on with the job, so you did it. So I get him giving her another shot to actually sign the summons. He's sitting there like, I can't believe this. Now I got to do another summons. She's going to sign it. Hopefully she signs it, because now I'm taking her to jail. Now you just created a lot more paperwork for him, and he gets the same stat, which she talked herself into that. So that's kind of her fault. That was kind of stupid. Please don't be stupid out here. Get home, get into the courtroom, fight your battles, and just be smart about it. Because a lot of times, right, there you have a lot of officers that are like me and Shane. We're not, the pettiness, we're not trying to deal with, even though it might be a law. But you could talk yourself into something where I'm just trying to give you a break, it's going to happen. But that break consists of you not going to jail. So if you want to talk yourself into further trouble, then that's what's going to happen. Shane, what do you think?
No, I got it. I totally agree with you. First off, I want to give this officer a grade A. He was calm, cool, collective. He started off very kind, like, listen, I don't want to give you a summons. I don't want to take you to jail. Rather, I'd rather give you a summons. So he could have handled it just like that. The reason why he had to get a signature, I'll tell you a personal story what happened to me. And this is before the body camera days. I had stopped someone. It might have been the ticket continued. The court kept adjourning, kept pushing away. It was about a year and a half later. And I couldn't honestly say the person that was standing in front of me is the person I stopped. And they scribbled a X on it. So the judge compared the driver's license to so and so. I really couldn't say who the person was because it happened so long ago. And the person got off. So she was probably being slick. Maybe she realized that you can do this. So the officer, as a warning, as I got a warning, you got to make sure the signature does match the driver's license. So that's why he probably was ensuring that it matches together. So she should have did that. There was no need to really fight on the roll. There's really no need to get into an argument or get upset. He already said, you know what? I'm going to let you go. Just get you the summons in lieu of going to jail. That's an automatic get out of jail free card. And as Joe said, us officers, we hate arrests. We hate paperwork. I used to be an FTO. I used to be a sergeant, and I'll have to review everybody's paperwork that will go in. They write something on the CAD. We take a look at it, review it. If it's not right, we have to send it back. I used to do that all night, and we hate and loathe paperwork unless it's domestic violence or drug crime or stolen auto, burglary, something like that. Other than that, you're not listen. You're not getting any type of paperwork from me, not at all. She could have got off scot free. She handled it wrong. As we always say on this channel, guys, take your battle to the court system. But she was wrong every which way from Sunday. In the state of Georgia, another 5 more miles, she's a super speeder. That's automatic arrest and car tow. She did 90 in a 55, 95 super speeders. You automatically arrested. She was able to get off just by talking kindly. You know, sir, I was wrong. I shouldn't have did it. You know what? Let me go ahead and sign the summons. You would have been out of there along your way. But she decided to talk tough. Well, I'm going to sign my signature the way I want to sign it. And then when them clink clink came on, all of a sudden the tears start flowing. The waterworks start coming. You can afford all that. You can just comply, you know what, and say, you know what, I was wrong, officer, I'm sorry, and write that ticket, take it to court, and pay it because you was in the wrong. So I have to agree with my partner here. Again, as Joe said, take your battle on the side of the road. Be humble about it. Something you did wrong. Be honest with, you know what, I wasn't right. I didn't do this right. Go accept your ticket. Eat your humble pie. Live another day and move forward and stay out of jail.
Right. Right. Let me ask you something, right? And I've had this happen, right?
Hmm.
When you had to stop somebody and they go, dude, my bad. I was rushing, this, that, and the third. I said I was trying to beat the light or whatever it is. My bad, yo. Have that ever happened to you?
Yes.
And
I said, dude, just slow down.
yes,
Just take your time, brother. I said, I even tell him, I said, I understand. I drive fast. I got a motorcycle and I drive. So, brother, just slow down. And a lot of times
yep,
I say, hey, my
yep,
lieutenant is watching me. If they're out in the street right now, I'm just going to give you a little warning, but please
right,
be careful next time, sir. Have a great day. That's it.
right,
Gone. I don't
right,
want to do. I don't want nothing else to do with it. He said he
right.
was sorry. It's all good. Have a good day, sir. Keep driving. Be safe.
100%. I'm not telling you guys every cop is going to respond that way, but what I'm telling you is you got a lot of cops that do respond that way. I know a lot of cops respond that way. I responded that way. Shane responded that way. When somebody just is accountable for making a mistake or doing something, most of the time, I've rarely seen somebody just not do it. I'm not
Right.
guaranteeing you won't get a ticket, but I'm guaranteeing you that your chances increased a lot when you come like that and go, damn, like, yo, my bad. Because when you're trying to fight and he already has in his head that you already committed what you said, now it's you against him. So now he's
Right.
going to like, I might have been thinking about giving you a break. Now you want to sit here and lie in my face that it wasn't you. You're going to get a ticket regardless. You're going.
Exactly.
So why not increase the chance that you don't get the ticket? And how you do that? I've seen it done. I've done it. The sergeants, we work different departments, different agencies. He's telling me he's done it. I know I've done it several times. My bad. I was in a rush, bro. I'm not. Damn.
Hmm. Right. Exactly.
My insurance, this is no. Don't worry about it. If your license is good, I'll let you go. Thanks. You got to slow down. Just be cool. I don't want nobody getting hurt. You trying to rush, accident, the whole nine. You
Hmm.
sometimes, right? Just humble pie, being accountable, that can go a long way instead of just like, I didn't do it, you wrong, this and that. You could do it. That's your option. But I'm telling you, from someone that worked the inside, your probability of getting out of it is a lot higher than
Increase your chances.
going against it.
That's
And
right.
you got anything to add?
No, that's right, man. Yeah, you summed it up perfectly, brother. Perfectly.
Yeah. So with that said, man, like I said, be safe. Everybody needs to get home and take your fight to the courtroom. See you next time.
Peace.